What's up, guys? I'm Ben 10,000 YuGiOh, your friendly neighborhood Yu-Gi-Oh superhero, and today, guys, I'm going to give you 5 cards to look forward to in Soul Fusion. Stick around. Hey! Alright guys, so like I said at the beginning of the video, we're going to be giving you 5 cards from Soul Fusion to look forward to. Now, the difference between my videos and other people's videos who have covered this topic is I'm not going to be giving you the priciest cards in there. Because no, we're all about them casuals and we're all about them, you know, those budget players out there. So I'm taking care of you guys because guess what? To me, you're the most important Yu-Gi-Oh players out there. Not the money bags. There's already a billion channels already dedicated to you, so I'm taking care of, to me, I'm taking care of the ones that matter. So, and if I look exhausted, I apologize, guys. I've been working on like 8 other things behind the scenes, so I hope you guys can deal with that. Now, without further ado, let's get into this list. So the first ones I want to talk about are, or I should say number 5 on this list is, it's going to be 2 cards holding the same slot, and this is the new incantation cards, the book and the pen. Bookstone is going to let you get back a ritual spell from the grave, and the pen is going to let you add okay, so basically the bookstone gets you one from the grave, and the pen gets you one from the grave. Basically, these 2 incantation cards, they are designed to help the resource game of ritual-based decks, because ritual-based decks have this horrible weakness that, one, they have no real way to go plus in card economy, and they've always been having issues as far as maintaining their resources. So with these new incantation cards, Book and Pen, you will now be able to do so. I am not going to attempt to pronounce their names. Bookstone was easy enough, but the Pen, I'm not even going to bother trying to say that right. So, hope you'll forgive me, guys. For me, they're just incantation, book, and pen. Incantation was already hard enough to learn how to speak. Number 4 on the list is going to be another interesting one. It's called Clock Wyvern. Now, this card is very unique because when he's normal or special summoned, he gives you a Clock Wyvern token. It is a wind attribute, so that might be something you might want to look into. But the cool thing about this is, the reason why it's on the list is because really you can put this in almost any deck that you can normal summon in, or have a normal summonable slots open. And this is a free link too. I think you will see Clock Wyvern teched in other decks in the future, because it's also when it's normal or special summoned, which that's pretty powerful, because basically you could just, you know, this thing dies or gets used for a link material, whatever, and later in the duel you just, oh, Monster Reborn, Link 2. You know what I mean? And a lot of these Link monsters require just require monsters with different names. Well, this Clock token clearly has a different name than the Clock Wyvern, so easy peasy and done. Just boom. This card just cheapens every Link monster. It's 1 card cheaper now. So I think that this card's a good choice. Number 3 on my list is one that I think is very, shall we say, it's one of the... This is one of the cards I'm really looking forward to, because I think that it's one of those underrated cards called Necrofusion. Necrofusion basically is Dragon's Mirror, but for all the fusion monsters, which you guys already see, like guys like me who love generic stuff, it's just like... Good job, Konami. Yes, good. And by the way, all these cards on my list are either common or rare, so easy to pull, and they're not going to cost you an arm and a leg. So the cool thing is Necrofusion, right? Like I mentioned, it's Dragon Mirror, but for everybody. There's a ton of decks that I can think of that can use this. Obviously, a lot of people, the immediate things that may come to mind might be like the Thunder Dragons, for example, because they will get pluses off of this card, because they're like, oh, okay, Dragon's Mirror from the grave. Flip, summon the Goliath, I think they changed it to, or something like that. The really powerful Thunder Dragon, the one that used to be called Super Bolt. Basically, they just throw that one out there, and then the opponent's like, I can't search. And then, of course, you've got the Necrofusion, which still is going to be useful for... Sorry, there's a fly in here. That's going to be useful for any fusion-based deck. This also could include things like Dark Magician, for example, especially because it's a trap card you want to play on your opponent's turn anyway. You know, just throwing that idea out there to you guys. Another one might be Heroes. They love to fuse. Maybe somebody's about to wipe out your back row, so you're like, okay, you want to blow up my back row? Necrofusion. I throw out a monster. So now you got another monster to deal with, and it could be something like Absolute Zero, which, let's face it, that everybody cringes when Absolute Zero hits the board, because they're like, no, I don't want to kill Absolute Zero, he'll take my board with him. Unless they play something like Beals, as an example. The next one on my list is fairly simple and fairly easy, is going to be, and this one was also, if you guys watched Alex Simo, this was also on his list. You know, Simo! Sorry. I get amused by that stuff. Now, he put this as like his #1 card, but this is #2 for me. And this is the Dino Wrestler Pankratops? I may be pronouncing that wrong. Forgive me, guys. But basically, this guy, like he said, it's a Cyber Dragon. It's a tribute to Dino Wrestler. Pop something, which he happens to be one. So he can just, oh, I tribute myself, pop your stuff. Which, you know, and he's a card. It's destroying a card. He's an MST or a Soul Taker, or you know, basically he's just a 1-for-1 card, or he's just a free link monster, you know, link fodder. So that's always pretty good. And being a 26 beat stick and a dinosaur, there's a lot of utility with this card. If you put him in the dinosaur deck, you've got a beater, and you've got a way to do 1-for-1 popping, and just another free monster to make your link plays, etc. This is a really good card, and he's going to be common. So everybody who's a budget player probably wants to pick up a playset of this. I mean, it's probably, once you wait for the prices to settle, it's not going to cost you more than a quarter. So, you know, 75 cents for a playset of a really good monster, I say yes, please. And the last one, and #1 on my list of these common and cheapo cards that I am most looking forward to after Soul Fusion, is Diana the Light Spirit. Now, I know you guys are like, isn't she going to be played in Thunder Dragons? Probably, but that's not why I care about her. I play Lightsworn. I've been waiting for a monster like this for Lightsworn for forever. This is the card that I've been needing, because we mill a crap ton, and with cards like Diana now, if and when they do hit Fairy Tale Snow here in the TCG, now that won't hurt so much. Diana the Light Spirit, if she should survive till the end of my opponent's turn, I gain 1,000 life points, which, if I was to say going into time at a Yu-Gi-Oh event, that might be something that could save your bacon. For the most part, I think this will just be used to make Minerva. It also will help Thunder Dragons a little bit, like I said, because if you banish a Thunder Dragon, you'll get an effect. And she happens to be a Thunder monster herself, so there is that. And then, of course, you know, I'm sure there are other light-based decks that can utilize her, but for me personally, I'm looking forward to using her Lightsworn. And just on a personal note, because I know you guys kind of like that more personal side of my thing here, as you guys may know, I am a Wiccan. You know, don't let my folks, you know, Christian gear fool you. I am a Wiccan. So, so the reason why that's important is because one of my friends that's also a Wiccan, one of her deities that she follows is Diana. And so it's kind of funny that one of my best friends has a card with by the same name in my personal deck. So that's just a little something FYI for you guys, just a little something fun to throw at the end of this that I'm kind of stoked for. It's like, oh, look at that. I'll have, you know, my deity is already represented in there. I'll have my best friends, one of my other best friends' deities in there, because I have two. I'm lucky like that. Yeah, so that's kind of a cool little sharing thing there. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're new here, consider subscribing, because I want you guys to know I'm in a race with another small Yu-Gi tuber, YuGiOh Pro, and I think another small Yu-Gi tuber may be entering this race. I don't know if he started making content again, but that channel's name is Cinderwig. So go check them out. Like, if you type in Cinderwig, you'll find them real fast, and YuGiOh Pro's link will be somewhere in my my description box. So make sure you go check that out, and make sure you subscribe to us, because at the moment I am the underdog in this race, man. Yusei is like a whole he's at 300 something subscribers, and I'm still at 219 as of making this video. So do me a favor, guys, help me get past him, and I will see you next time. Peace.